Do you know what phrases you should never use while raising a child with high emotional intelligence? Welcome to a conversation that delves into one of the most crucial aspects of parenting. Emotional intelligence, or EQ, is a significant part of a child's development. It's the ability to understand, use, and manage emotions in positive ways. Proverbs 22:6. Train up a child in the way he should go, and when he is old, he will not depart from it. But did you know that certain phrases, often used without a second thought, can potentially hinder this growth? In the sea of parenting advice, we're navigating towards a specific region today. The words we use, our language, the phrases we employ, can either water the seeds of emotional intelligence or stunt their growth. It's about more than just avoiding negativity. It's about fostering an environment where emotions are understood, acknowledged, and respected. So, it's time to reevaluate our verbal habits. Are we unknowingly using phrases that can damage our children's emotional intelligence? Let's dive into the 3 phrases that parents should avoid using. The first phrase you should avoid is, "You're too sensitive." Now, it might seem harmless on the surface. Perhaps you've uttered it in a moment of exasperation, when your child's reaction to a situation seemed disproportionate. But let's delve a little deeper into why this phrase can be problematic. When we tell a child they're too sensitive, what we're inadvertently doing is invalidating their feelings. It's like we're saying, "Your reaction to this situation is wrong," or "You shouldn't feel this way." And that can be quite damaging. You see, emotions aren't a matter of right or wrong, they just are. They're our body's natural response to the world around us. And each person's emotional response is unique, shaped by their unique experiences and perspectives. So when we tell a child they're too sensitive, we're essentially dismissing their unique emotional response. This invalidation can lead to a host of issues. The child may start to suppress their emotions, thinking that they're wrong to feel the way they do. They may even start to distrust their own emotions, leading to confusion and insecurity. This suppression is the antithesis of emotional intelligence, which involves understanding and managing emotions, not stifling them. Furthermore, when we invalidate a child's feelings, we're missing an opportunity to teach them how to cope with those feelings. Instead of dismissing their sensitivity, we could be guiding them on how to manage their reactions, how to express their emotions in a healthy way. This is a crucial aspect of raising a child with high emotional intelligence. In short, the phrase, "You're too sensitive," can be more harmful than we realize. It invalidates a child's emotions, encourages suppression, and misses an opportunity for emotional education. Remember, validating a child's feelings is an important part of raising them with high emotional intelligence. So the next time your child seems overly sensitive, instead of dismissing their feelings, acknowledge them. Show them that their emotions are valid and guide them on how to navigate those feelings. It's a small change in language, but it can have a big impact on your child's emotional development. Next on the list is the phrase, "Stop crying." This phrase, while seemingly harmless, can have a significant negative impact on a child's emotional development. When we tell a child to stop crying, what message are we sending? We're essentially telling them that their feelings aren't valid, that they shouldn't express their emotions, and that crying is a sign of weakness. Children are born with a full range of emotions, just like adults. However, they lack the language and understanding to express these feelings appropriately. When a child cries, it's not a sign of weakness or manipulation. It's a sign that they are experiencing a strong emotion they don't know how to handle. They need guidance and understanding, not a command to suppress their feelings. When we tell a child to stop crying, we're teaching them to bottle up their emotions. This can lead to a multitude of problems later in life, such as difficulty expressing emotions, struggles with emotional intimacy, and even mental health issues. Instead of telling a child to stop crying, try to understand why they are upset. Ask them to express their feelings in words. If they're too young or too upset to verbalize their feelings, help them name their emotions. Say something like, "I can see that you're upset, it's okay to feel sad." This validates their feelings and gives them the language to express their emotions in the future. Another alternative is to provide comfort and reassurance. Let them know that it's okay to cry and that you're there to support them. This teaches them that it's okay to express their feelings and that they don't have to go through difficult emotions alone. Encouraging a child to suppress their emotions is not only damaging to their emotional health, but it also goes against the principles of raising a child with high emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence involves understanding and managing one's own emotions and empathizing with the emotions of others. It's about expressing feelings in a healthy and constructive way. It's crucial to teach children that it's okay to express their feelings, even if it means shedding a few tears. The third and final phrase to avoid is, "because I said so." This phrase may seem harmless, a quick solution to end a discussion with a stubborn child, but it can be more detrimental than you might think. It's a phrase that shuts down communication and undermines a child's ability to understand and process their feelings. When we tell a child, "because I said so," we're essentially saying their thoughts, feelings, and questions aren't valid. We're telling them they don't have a say in the matter and that their opinion doesn't count. This can lead to feelings of resentment and frustration, hindering their emotional development. Instead of promoting understanding, this phrase fosters a climate of fear and obedience. It discourages children from asking questions, exploring their feelings, and understanding the reasoning behind rules, all crucial elements in developing emotional intelligence. Moreover, "because I said so" doesn't provide any explanation or room for discussion. It's a conversation ender, a period at the end of a sentence that doesn't invite further inquiry. But children are naturally curious. They're little explorers trying to understand the world around them and their place within it. When we close the door to their questions, we're shutting off a valuable learning opportunity. It's important to remember that children are not just small adults. They're individuals in their own right, with their own feelings, thoughts, and ideas. They're trying to understand the world around them, and to do that, they need our guidance, not our commandments. Instead of resorting to "because I said so," try explaining the reasons behind your decisions or rules. Encourage your child to share their feelings and thoughts, and engage in a dialogue that promotes understanding and empathy. This not only helps your child develop emotional intelligence, but also fosters a sense of respect and trust between you and your child. Remember, our goal as parents is not to control our children, but to guide them, to help them navigate the world with confidence, empathy, and understanding. And this can only be achieved through open, respectful communication. Encouraging open communication and understanding is key in raising emotionally intelligent children. Let's recap what we've learned today. We've explored 3 phrases that parents who successfully raise children with high emotional intelligence avoid using. Each phrase carries weight, often far more than we realize, and can impact a child's emotional development. Our first phrase was "stop crying." This phrase, although common, can be harmful as it discourages children from expressing their emotions openly. It sends a message that their feelings are not valid or important, which can stunt emotional growth. Instead, it's beneficial to guide them in understanding and processing their emotions. This approach not only validates their feelings, but also teaches them to handle distressing situations. The second phrase we touched on was "you're okay." While this may seem like a comforting phrase, it can actually dismiss a child's feelings. By telling a child they're okay when they're clearly upset, we're denying their experience and potentially creating a sense of confusion. Instead, acknowledging their feelings of distress and comforting them in a way that validates their experience is much more beneficial. We then discussed the phrase, "because I said so." This phrase can undermine a child's ability to understand their actions and their consequences. It shuts down their curiosity and their desire to understand why things are the way they are. Instead of using this phrase, try explaining the reasons behind your decisions. This approach fosters understanding and encourages open communication. In each of these instances, the alternative to the harmful phrase promotes emotional intelligence. It allows children to understand, express, and manage their emotions effectively. This is a crucial skill set that will serve them well throughout their lives, in personal relationships, in their professional lives, and in their overall mental well-being. But the journey doesn't end here. Fostering emotional intelligence is a continuous process. It requires consistent effort, patience, and understanding. It might be challenging at times, but the rewards are well worth it. Remember, our goal is not to raise perfect children, but to raise emotionally intelligent ones. The words we use with our children are powerful. They shape their understanding of themselves and the world around them. They can either stifle or nurture their emotional growth. So let's be mindful of the phrases we use. Let's strive to validate their feelings, encourage their curiosity, and guide them in understanding their emotions. Emotional intelligence is not merely a trendy buzzword. It's a fundamental aspect of human development. And as parents, we have the unique opportunity to foster this in our children. By avoiding these 3 phrases and replacing them with more supportive language, we can contribute significantly to their emotional growth. Remember, words are powerful, and they can significantly impact a child's emotional development. Let's use them wisely.